How are you as a coach caught in kind of in the middle of all this, huh?
You just try and stay out of it completely. We just go along with our training routine and proceed along there. And that whole negotiation is something that's between the league and the union. And there's nothing that we can do that's going to help that thing in any way, shape, or form. So we just sort of keep our eyes and ears focused on our job.
Is it kind of weird doing that? You're training, but come March 7th, there may not be any games to coach, or
I don't think about it that way. Just we're training, we're preparing for our first game on March 8th.
Any timeline on Clint's return from national team camp?
Yeah. Clint and I spoke yesterday, so I told him don't worry about coming in today. He'll be in tomorrow for a regen, and then we'll sort of discuss his plan for the rest of the week. Because he started a lot earlier than we did with the January camp of the national team, so we want to look at all the data, how much work he's done, and phase him back into our training. But at this point, he's probably going to have a few days off versus only days training with us. It's going to be a mix of the two.
And what more can you tell us about Ozzie?
Ozzie's surgery went really well. The doctor found what he thought it might be, that it was just some scar tissue impinging the nerve. So we were really happy about that the surgery didn't have to be more extensive than that. And so now it's just a matter of his recovery. And that's really sort of almost a wait and see. It could be on the outside, it could be 6 weeks. On the outside, 6 to 8 weeks, but that's the outside. It could be he's already started a walking program today. It could be he's back out on the training field in 2 weeks. We really don't know. But the beginning of the season, the first 2 games, are definitely something that's probably in jeopardy. But we're glad we were able to do it now, and didn't have to wait longer with it.
And can you talk a little bit about Brad playing center back?
It's still a work in progress. We're looking at Chad back there. At Brad back there playing next to Chad. But it's something that he's always dropped back there at times in practice. He's played there at times even in training with the national team, way back with me as well with the under-20s. And so it's just a matter of getting comfortable. Some of your instincts are a little bit different back there than they need to be in midfield. In midfield, I can step here because I still got, there's more stuff behind me that they got to get through. And in the back line, sometimes you got to weigh that. Is now the time to step? Is now the time to stay? And that's something we're talking about. But I thought in the 2 games, that he's played for us back there against UCLA and against the Galaxy was okay.
He said he's been there all preseason.
Yeah.
So what was kind of the spur for that to try this out? It's clearly something you guys are dedicated to at this point.
Well, it was just my feeling that if we weren't going to make that switch with Brad, now might be the right time to do it. I didn't want to wait till he was older because then learning the nuance of the positions would be more difficult. Some of the things he brings, are still he's still got a great work ethic. He can still cover a lot of the field, so you lose a little bit of that by taking him into the back. But you also get his vision, his ability to organize, and you acquire those things. And when we're looking at a roster and we're looking at where do we want to add players, where do we want to spend money, we felt that okay, let's try this because that means that's maybe an area of the team we don't have to spend money on, and then we can basically plug another hole in the team if we feel that exists.
I know you don't have a clean second Ozzie, but who has to step up at that spot now?
Well, obviously Michael Azira played there. Andy Rose has played there as well. And Andy at last year had some injuries that opened it up for Michael, and I thought Michael did all right in the playoffs. So there's obviously those 2 guys. Roldan's another possibility. We can always decide play Zach in the back and move Brad back in the midfield. So there's lots of different things that we can still do.
What are your thoughts on Darwin Jones for this whole preseason, him playing outside, and what are his possibilities?
Darwin brings a lot of qualities, he's got great speed, he's got great energy, he can take people one-on-one. Darwin's got to continue to grow as a player. Decision-making needs to improve for him, which is always the big jump for guys coming from college into the pros, just, when to hit the pass, hitting the pass at the right time. But when you look at just the potential that he has in terms of his speed and the amount of pressure he can apply to an opponent, he's certainly somebody I think that can help us as we move through the season.
What is Jimmy Traore's? Does he have a new role with the team right now, or I saw him out here? What's he?
Coming soon.
Coming soon. I think there's an announcement coming soon on Jimmy.
Okay.
So I don't think I can divulge anything at this
Sounds like you
at
can.
this point. You know, but Jimmy. I mean, the thing I will say, Jimmy will have a role with this club. You know, he was a fantastic part of our team over the last 2 years. Not just what he does on the field, but just what he contributes off the field. And I think it's important for our club to continue his involvement with us because he brings so many good qualities to us.